What's up? How's it going? Sid's here. Just want to say hi to all of you here. Great to have you here. Just hopping in live on the Facebook group over here, which is the Digital Leadership Mastermind. It's my VIP group. So just want to share some thoughts on how you can really make 3 lakh rupees per month as a digital coach. How does it really work? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to share all the concepts that I know. Today being a beautiful Sunday, just thought I'll hop in live and I'll start to share some ideas that can help you on your journey. If you're excited to be here, if you're excited to watch this live, even if it's a recording, just type I'm excited in the comment box, because if you're excited and if you're really keen and eager to learn, that's when you're going to be getting all the information. So first of all, let me just tell you that it is possible. Okay, it does not matter where you're coming from, does not matter what your past is, does not matter where you are, but you can definitely make 3 lakh rupees per month. It's so much more possible. Okay, I used to be stuck at 1 lakh rupees per month for a long time. Okay, I just want to say hi to Sharath. I was stuck for a very long time at 1 lakh rupees per month, and until I started to make a few shifts in my life, a few shifts in my thought process, and that really helped me compound my results. So went from 1 lakh to 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs per month, 10 lakhs per month, 25 lakhs, 45 lakhs per month, even hit a 1 crore in a single month selling digital products. Okay. Now this transition happened over a period of time, and it requires a different state of being for you to be able to create these kind of results. Okay. The first concept I want to tell you is, if you want to make massive shifts in your life, you want like quantum jump that you want to include in your income, in your relationships, in your health and all that stuff, you need to understand that being the same person, you cannot achieve that, because your current situation in your life is creating the current environment in your life, and is giving you the current results in your life. So by you being the current persona which you are, there is no way that you can achieve a quantum jump. Are all of you with me on this? If you're watching, just type with you in the comment box. Type with you. Because in this video, I want to just talk the hard truths. Because everybody in the digital world talks about different tools, techniques, hacks, softwares, but that's only a small part of the game. Okay. I want to actually open up and tell you exactly what will be required for you to be able to make that quantum jump in the next 90 days. If you're ready, just type I'm ready in the comment box. I want you to participate with me on this. Okay, I know it's live. So you want to make that quantum jump from whatever situation that you are. First principle is, like I already mentioned, your current situation is determined by your current character and your current persona that you have. Okay, so if you have to make that jump to like a 10x jump, you have to now envision yourself being a different persona, a different personality. I'm not saying that you have to completely change as a person, and some people, they say you should never change, you should know where your roots are, all that stuff. But you look at any successful person, the results have come when they have become something more than what they used to be. Do you agree with me on this point? Results only come when you have something more to give, when you evolve into something much bigger. Okay, so for me, from 1 lakh to 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs to 45 lakhs to 1 crore in a month, I was never the same person. Okay, when I look back in time, when I look at myself, the way that I would think, the stuff that I would consume, the conversations that I would have with people, it's very, very different right now. Okay, and I'm just here to tell you at the most basic level is that you need to be open to change. You need to give yourself the permission to play the bigger game. And there's a deeper rooted issue to this. Do you want to know what the issue is? Yeah, let me read some of the comments here. I'm looking at your comments on my Facebook here. Yeah, there's a deeper issue when it comes to making that jump. Yeah. See, the deeper issue is that many of us want to conform to society's norms. We want to conform, or we want an approval from either our parents, from our godfathers, our godmothers, father figures, anybody who's had an influence in our life. And just think about it. If you really look up to somebody in your life right now, maybe it's your own parents, and at a subconscious level, you want to, due to the Indian culture and the respect and all that you want to have, maybe at a subconscious level you don't want to be better than them, even at an income level. This I've noticed, especially in India. See, I have more than 11,000 students in my community that I'm mentoring, and in my core group, roughly around 4,000 people right now, and I've done more than touching around 400 one-to-ones with people who really want a breakthrough in their life. And out of those 400 people who have done one-to-ones with and stuff, I've been able to give a big breakthrough to at least 50 of them, like who've been able to make that quantum jump within a span of 3 to 6 months. Like this guy called Santosh, he was able to go from a 10 crore loss in his business to achieving 1.17 crores in 7 months. Okay, you can go and check out my YouTube channel. I have an interview with him. So like this, I have many success stories. And usually the problem after doing all these one-to-ones, the main issue or the problem why people cannot make that jump in their income level is conforming to either their godfathers, their parents, and all the stuff where, they, out of due respect, they don't want to show that they are bigger than them. Okay, it's a very subtle thing here. Okay, I hope all of you are able to relate with what I'm saying here. It's a very subtle thing, and I had to make peace with myself on this point, and accept the fact that, what, I can be making much more money than my dad. Okay, and for many years I was stuck at that level. Because at a subconscious level, I always, because of the respect for my father, I didn't want to exceed his income level. It's weird, but that's how it works. So the first step is you giving yourself the permission to play the bigger game. How many of you here are ready to give yourself the permission to play the bigger game? Just type in the comment box, I give myself the permission to play big. It starts there. It's not about the techniques. It's not about the Facebook ad. It's not about how well you create the course. It's not about how you sell in the webinar and stuff. There's much more to this. So just type that in the comment box. Okay. So the first principle is setting the root level stuff, which is keeping you stuck. And then you need to set a new vision for yourself. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go into a mind map. And I love to do mind maps. Okay, let's just go and just draw this out, step by step. Okay, in fact, as I'm speaking it out, it's just it's coming. So the step 1 for making the quantum jump is you give yourself the permission at your core level. And it's okay, if you're going to be making more money than your godfathers, it's okay. You can start. You'll actually make them proud. Okay, you need to accept the fact that you can be better based on the intention that you set on why you're going to do this. Okay, the step 2 is then you need to start expanding your awareness, and I'll tell you more about this. Okay, on a little bit more deeper level. See, expanding your awareness is doing things which you're not comfortable doing also. Okay. So for example, if you're an introvert and if you tag yourself, I'm an introvert, that means you're going to be believing forever that you are an introvert and there's no way that you can change. So it's already a losing formula there. And there are many people who do these different personality tests. You have this, the Myers-Briggs test, the 16personalities.com. There are many other tests which people do, disc profiling, wealth dynamics. There are many tests, and I've been through many of these tests. And the problem, what happens is when people do a test like this, when they do a personality analysis or a disc profiling, they realize that they are a particular personality type and they believe that they are going to be that personality type forever. But it does not work that way. Okay. If you want to make a quantum jump, you need to first go through those personality tests. Like for example, I recommend 16personalities.com. It's a really cool, let's go and see this. All of you can see my screen, right? Yeah. Let's go to 16 personalities. Just go to 16 personalities. And it's a free tool. It's a free test. Just go and do this. You'll understand that there are 16 different personality types. Those who are falling under some of them are analytics, some of them are diplomats, sentinels, explorers. And once you know what is your personality type, okay? Once you know what's your personality type, the next step is, which is the most important step, is start to do the opposite. Most people, they feel after doing these personality tests, they feel that after they do the test, that is what they are forever in their life. So if you want to make a quantum jump, you need to start to do the opposite. So if you're an introvert, start going and speaking to more people. If you are, if you're an extrovert, start to get more reclusive and start to sit in one place and think. See, only when you change the patterns of your current situation in your life can you create a massive shift in your life. Like in my case, that quantum jump month on month has been through conscious pattern shifts. Conscious pattern shifts. Looking at my life, okay, I'm doing the same thing every day. Let me do something different. Okay, if you are traveling to office in a particular route, go in a different route. If you're eating with your right hand, start eating with your left hand. Okay, start to break the shifts in your pattern, because you have to expand your awareness. Start to learn different things. Start to, expand your thinking. So if you're really passionate on a particular subject, that's okay. But what you don't like, go and learn that. It's a counterintuitive approach, because then what will happen is you will start to have a different worldview of things. It will start to expand your awareness. You won't be comfortable. Does this make sense? Just type "make sense" in the comment box if this makes sense to you. Even if one or two of you are going to take this and implement this straight, I'll tell you for sure in the next 90 days, you are going to see a massive shift in your life. Okay. Now the degree of shift can vary depending on the intensity that you have and what kind of income that you want to jump. Okay. So now let's come back over here. So step 2 is you expand your awareness. Step 3 is you need to find a big problem to solve. You want to make big money, you need to solve a big problem. Otherwise, you're just going to be in your own head. And I'll give you an example of this. I have a few students in my community. They come to me and say, "Hey Sid, I have 30 years experience in this field. Tell me if I can make this money." And my only answer to them is, people don't care about your 30 years of experience. People only want to know, with that 30 years of experience that you have, what problem can you solve for them? If you have 30 years of experience in a particular field and there's actually no problem that you're solving, you're just going to go out there and to show that you have 30 years experience, like bloated ego, you know what? That's a losing formula. You're not going to make money for sure. I have taken so much of feedback from the market. Like whenever I would do one-to-ones, I would get to know exactly what my community wants, and I have to just serve them based on what they want. So if you are able to find a big problem, and the bigger the problem, the bigger the money there. Look at Amazon, for example. Amazon has solved one of the biggest problems in the world, which is the retail industry. You just need to take your phone and you just need to open the app, and you can literally buy whatever you want without having to travel to any shop and thing. In fact, these days people just go to malls, they go look at the product in the malls, but they shop on Amazon. Amazon is solving a huge problem. Uber is solving a big problem. Airbnb is solving a big problem. Apple is solving a big problem. Okay, and of course Apple is more like a company that has always thought about making people it's more like a status thing, right? If somebody owns an Apple product, then they're a cut above the rest, and they're people who think different. Okay, so the whole campaign started off with that ideology of giving people something which they want to own. Okay, so that is why Apple is one of the world's richest companies as far as cash is concerned. They have the richest cash reserves, even more cash than many countries have in their bank reserves. Okay, so please understand that you want to make a big shift, you want to make a quantum jump in your income level, you have to break through these patterns, and you have to really start looking at a big problem that you can solve. So just type in the comment box. I want to read some comments here. What is the biggest problem that you want to solve in this world with the talent that you have? Let's see. I want to read some comments in the comment box. What is the biggest problem that you want to solve in this world with the talent that you have? And even if you don't have the capacity to solve the problem right now, but still, what is the problem that you want to solve? You'll figure out a way on how you can upgrade your skills to be able to solve that problem. Like in my case, the big problem that I wanted to solve is this whole corporate culture. Okay, I'm not against it like many people would say, but for me it is all about how I can give people an alternate way to live their life. I used to live my life driving 3-4 hours in traffic in Bangalore and then grinding it, coming back. And should life be like that? I didn't have much time for the family. My first son was growing up. He was 3-year-old. I would hardly see him. And when I would leave in the morning, he would be sleeping. When I come back in the night, he would be sleeping. Is that the way to live life? Are we just chasing after money just for the heck of, for the heck of it, just to pay those EMIs? So for me, the fundamental shift in the way that I started to approach my business, and the reason I'm able to make big money right now, is because I understood there's a big problem over there that needed to be solved on an alternate lifestyle. Like, for example, I work from home, and I teach people to build businesses without needing an office or employees. Even though I have an agency and that's automated, but I don't go to the office. I have a team that's running it. But the whole aspect of creating an alternative reality is what has given me that leverage, because there's a big problem over there. Okay, I'm sure many of you relate with me on this. So let's look at some of the points here. Yeah. So for Sharath, it is to help people get the job they like and they love. Fantastic. So alignment in terms of role. Let's look at some of the comments. I'm just going to pull up the comments here and see this. Okay. I'm looking at a lot of comments here. Yeah. Heal Mother Earth. Some of you want to help people get the job that they like. Okay. Indian education system. Nikhil Agarwal. Yeah, I'm able to see some of your comments over there. So the fundamental principle is, you want to make a lot of money, you need to find a big problem to solve. And if you can solve a big enough problem, then that's a lot of money to be made there. Okay, let's come back to the mind map over here and let's jump into the next one. Once you have a big problem to solve, then step number 4 is you got to create a winning formula. Okay, to solve that problem. Now, to create that winning formula, it may not happen overnight. Like today, I have a winning formula. Like anybody, irrespective of the background, they come into my flow, my coaching system, they can achieve a result in 90 days if they put in the effort. Okay, that's a disclaimer there. It's not that anybody and everybody can do that, but what is that winning formula? It is through trial and error. So first, I got into selling affiliate programs. I wanted to make some money by selling digital, other people's products. Then I started to sell my own products. Then I realized that as I was selling my products, people just don't want to buy the product. They also want some more support. So I started to add a layer of coaching into it. Then I started to add group coaching into it. Then I started to create communities around it. Then I ultimately built an ecosystem. Okay, right now, if I have to just prove to you that my model works, I'll just jump in and show you some stuff here. It's really cool. Just going to go in here. So in my community, right, like this community which I'm nurturing, there are around 11,800 students who are going through my courses. And like at any given point of time, I have at least like 100 people going through my courses. And this happened just in like 14 months. Why? Because of the focus. So once I knew what's the problem, then I started to adapt it. I started to get feedback, and then I started to improve the formula, and now it's become so much more predictable. Okay, so coming back to the mind map over here, is the winning formula will be developed through multiple iterations. Okay. Multiple iterations. So you just keep improving. And even now, I cannot say mine is the perfect. Okay. But it is better than what it was 4 months back. It is better than what it was 6 months back. And 1 year from now, it's going to be even better. But the key is to keep the focus on the big problem and to keep the focus on the niche that you've picked. So if you have picked a niche that, okay, I'm going to help 100,000 people solve this problem. So maybe solve a job issue. I want them to get aligned to the right jobs in the job market. Then you may have a winning formula right now, but see how you can improvise that winning formula more and more and more and more and more, and you create that into a community. Okay, create that into a community. In fact, let me put that in the next step. Okay, step 5 is you develop, craft that into digital products. Okay, into digital products. And you convert don't just sell products, but create it into a community. Are all of you with me till this point? Just type with you in the comment box. Just type with you in the comment box, because this is the fundamental difference between what everyone is doing and just selling like just e-learning products and stuff, or even just randomly doing transactional business online, versus people who are creating movements, who are creating a revolution. Okay. So yeah, somebody's asking this question: is this different from the freedom business model? This is exactly my freedom business model. If you're already in my community, this is what you're doing. Okay, this is exactly what you're doing. If you're already my students in going through the process. So I'm just making this whole thing into a more a step-by-step system that you can see on the screen here. Okay. Then comes the next step. The next step is, once you've created this into products, then you need to master step number 6. Let me share the screen. Step number 6 is you need to start perfecting, or I will say the word mastering, skill sets. And for the digital age, as a digital coach, you want to make 3 lakh rupees per month. You need to be good at these skill sets. Traffic generation, lead generation. I'll zoom in further so you can see it. List building, building your email list, conversions. You need to be good at converting the sale. A lot of people are good in generating leads, but very few are. They understood the art of converting that lead into the sale. And when it comes to conversions, there's webinar selling. You can do one-to-one selling of your product or your service. Okay. And copywriting, it's another pillar. It's all about words. Okay. Now, even though I'm doing videos is powerful, but whatever I'm speaking is something which is coming out of my head because of me going through a lot of marketing material, and I really understand what language to use in what context, for the digital space, for the social space, for the email space, for the Facebook ad space, for the blogging space. There are so many different facets of copywriting. Okay. And copywriting all comes under messaging. Okay, under messaging. And finally, tribe building, or let me put in this word, digital tribe building. So once you start mastering and tweaking each and every part of the process of these 5 pillars that you see here, then you will be in a position to create money on demand. Okay. Create money on demand. So what I am doing right now is this. So I have my products. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm actually, a lot of people that I'm mentoring and coaching right now. I created a model called the freedom business model, because the end goal, the problem that I want to solve is I want to help people achieve freedom in their life. Okay. By creating alternate way of living their life in terms of getting money and stuff like that. So what I'm doing right now is I've created products. I've mastered traffic generation. I've mastered the whole aspect of webinars. Okay, so I do a lot of webinars and I sell through my webinars. I do like 10 webinars in a month. Just those webinars sell between 25-30 lakhs of revenues come from that. So for every 1 rupee I spend on webinars, I'm able to pull out 3 to 4 rupees in terms of return on advertising spends. And it's just a matter of scaling from there on. So when you build a digital ecosystem model based on what I just shared with you right now, you will be able to have much better leverage, because for this particular type of business model, you do not need any office, you do not need any employees, and you need to just ride on automation and systems and perfecting the whole aspect of digital tribe building, traffic generation, list building, conversion, and copywriting. Does this make sense? Yeah. Just type makes sense. Type makes sense. Yes. So I want to now invite you to see whether you really are fitting into this model or not. How many of you feel that you want to do this and you want to really perfect this? Just type I want this. Yeah, just type I want this. Yes. Fantastic. I'm looking at some comments over here. I'll just read some comments. Yeah, Yash is saying, purchased your course. My question is, do we have a sequence as to how we have to watch the videos. Yes. If you have purchased my course, watch the first video in the Freedom Business Model. I actually give a game plan. I have like a hop, skip, and jump approach. First 10 days, you need to get very clear on what problem that you're solving and your niche and your products and all of this stuff. Then next 30 days, you got to set up your systems. And then in 90 days, you can achieve your freedom number, whatever may be your freedom number. In fact, let me just show you on my YouTube channel. Some of you might have seen this or might have not actually seen this, but all of you can just jump into my YouTube channel and see. I have like something called the Hall of Fame here. Okay, a Hall of Fame is where I actually interview people who have made results. I have a lot of success stories. Like I have like Gaurav who did 10 lakhs in 6 months. Nilesh did 4.6 lakhs in 4 months. Datta, he quits his corporate job. He achieved 4.7 lakhs in 6 months, 4.2 lakhs in 5 months, 18 lakhs in 40 days, $10,000 per month in 12 months, 1.19 crores in 7 months, 6 lakhs in 6 months, 1 crore in 1 year, 10 lakhs per month. And I have like a lot of case studies. All these are interviews. Okay. So this stuff, which the model that I'm talking about, it really works if you have the right intention. Like coming back to the mind map here, if you give yourself the permission and if you really want to expand your awareness, if you want to solve a big problem, if the intention is pure, then you'll sell like people just buy your products for what you stand for. It is not a sales tactic. It is not a gimmick over here. It is a mission. I'm turning businesses into a mission here, and I'm turning the mission into a digital ecosystem where you're actually working with the community and you're creating like high leveraged, you're creating high leveraged income. So all of you said that you want this. In fact, I want all of you to go. Let me just see if I can type this on the screen here. Okay, I just want to type something on the screen. Go to this link, which is sids.co/qualify. Okay, sids.co/qualify. That's just a survey. I just want you to go through this survey and answer those questions. I want to really understand where you're coming from. And at the end of the survey, it takes you into my webinar. Okay, I have an automated webinar right now that's running. So basically, you can just go and watch the whole thing. It's a 1 hour training where I go into the depth of the evolution of an expert, the 4-stage funnel, the 3 secrets that actually helped me achieve this result, and then I offer my coaching at the end. Okay, so some of you, if you're really interested, make that decision, complete the purchase, and then once you come into my community, you can actually see all of this live in action. Okay, you can see it actually work in progress, where the number of people engaging, the number of people commenting, and this becoming into a movement. So this is really not something which which is to be taken lightly. It is a system where you can really create an impact in this world. How many of you want to create an impact in this world? Just type I do in the comment box. How many of you really want to create an impact in this world? Yeah. Just type I do. Because if you really want to create that impact, this is the method that you need to follow. Okay. So step number 7 after this would be strategic scaling. Okay. The strategic scaling, right now I'm in this phase where I'm looking at my numbers. I'm looking at how I can bring down my cost per lead, how I can bring down my cost per customer acquisition, how I can bring down my, the overall cost, the marketing. I'm playing the marketing game right now. And I'm looking at how I can add more value. So by adding more value, by reducing costs, by increasing the profitability. And right now I'm at a 72.4% profitability. So after all expenses, I actually keep 72% of the money because it's a digital product. Okay, if it was a physical product with office space, with employees, that'll be a much bigger burn. Like 30 to 40%, you can just push it out there. Okay, most businesses, they're still struggling to even meet ends because the expenses are so much. The overheads are so much, the manufacturing costs, the distribution costs, so many things are there. Okay. So I'm going to be, closing this live session right now. I hope you found this useful. If you found this useful, just type super useful in the comment box. And if you have not yet done this, just go into this particular link, which is sids.co/qualify. I've just moved it to the side. Complete that survey, go watch my webinar, and take action. Okay, so I'm going to be leaving right now. Have a super weekend and have an amazing day. Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.